My name is PBJ Fish, or at least that is my public moniker. I am a procurer of unantiquatable antiquities and an unpublished author of undiscovered counter-sensibilities, and many times paying a heavy price for being so. Like the time I was unceremoniously exiled from the fraternity known as Supercoach. In my line of work, it's an understatement to say you've been around the block a couple hundred times. So let's avoid understatements, and I'll say I've been around the block a couple of gazillion times, and yet I've seen it all and written about it all. Here's a story. So picture a room, a desk, failing light, a pen, paper, a surfboard in the corner showing a photo of Von der Gratten, and on the wall the finish of the 1960 in a Dominion. Now a writer drawn to create shallow, unquizzical works may start a story whilst fumbling around in the darkened and cluttered attic, except here there was no attic. So let us not be particular. I'll start this story shallow and unquizzically. Whilst fumbling around in the darkened and cluttered attic, serendipitously, or for those lexiconically trapped, in other words, happily by chance, in the search of the prize of unantiquatable antiquities amongst the dust-filled boxes, I came across a vessel of incredible sociological worth, with sleepy historical importance, an inherent curiosity, unmistakably so, and for that moment, and for the collection of moments that followed, my existence allowed the witnessing, albeit riding side saddle to Providence. Reaching into my waistcoat pocket, I felt the reassuring shape of the jeweler's eyepiece as it lay sunken in a linen-twined embrace with a collection of other helpful excerpts of life. Bringing it to my eye to allow close examination of the vessel, I began to appreciate the significance of my find, a compact of exquisite construction, comprising splashes of antiquity and hints of extraordinary materials, tanned and masted and hide, with Mayan gold all combined into the one by craftspersons of a time now long past. Examining the vessel further, I noticed an inscribed plaque dating back to 1977 with the notation of B6 Premiers, and it seemed a name had been intentionally obscured. Further research will be required, whilst my initial thoughts on the vessel was likely a reward for a hero-like performance within and on the closeted amphitheater of elite sport. There was a latch on the edge of the vessel, and upon pressing it gently, it sprung open to reveal the clock. A question certainly stands up straight and tall and presents ready to be asked. Whose name had been obscured and why? Who or what were the B6s? Were they a mighty force? And so, were there other heroes out there? Could there be more vessels lying forgotten, covered in dust, hidden away in dark and dingy attics, metaphorically reaching out to be found, seeking release to again be wound by a courteous and caring hand, free to then tick and talk, and tick again and talk again, until they have ticked and talked to exhaustion, or decide to self-righteously only tick, dispensing entirely with the retreating and subversive talks, but indeed, readers and listeners, that is another story.